Hello guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm just gonna show you some of the manga that I just started collecting this month. I've actually been watching anime since I was a little kid, and I've been reading manga online for quite a few years, so I just decided to start collecting some of my favorite series and some new series. I wanted to experience that feeling of actually reading manga from an actual book. I think it's a different experience compared to reading it on your phone or on the computer. So let me show you some of the series that I have. The first series that I want to show you is Mob Psycho 100. I have the first 3 volumes. I think this is the only manga that I have bought new. The rest of the manga is used. I'm on a tight budget, so I try to make the most out of my money when I buy manga. The reason I got this series first is because I really like this mangaka. His name is One. He started just making online comics. He created One Punch Man, and he got popular enough where to the point that another mangaka reached out to him and asked him if he could publish it. So he redrew it with the same story and started publishing it. And most of you guys have seen One Punch Man. So One is now popular enough where he was able to release his second series, Mob Psycho 100, published. I think he's great at storytelling, at developing characters, and his artwork is simple, but I'm not saying that it doesn't take any skill. I'm pretty sure it takes a lot of skill, but it's simple, clean, and it's just hilarious. Look at those face expressions that he makes. And he likes to write a lot of comedy in his stories, so it's not a story that you have to take really serious. You can just read it over and over again and you can enjoy it. I haven't watched the anime. I'm trying to wait to read it volume by volume, but that's gonna take too long. I'm probably not gonna do that, but we'll see. The second series is called, I don't know how to pronounce this, Yakitate Japan. And it's about a young boy that wants to make bread, and it's another comedy. What's great about this is that you see the whole story is about people reacting to the bread that they taste, and you just get these hilarious reactions out of it. It's very funny. Another light series that you don't have to take too seriously. You can read it over and over. I watched the anime, and now I want to read the manga just to see how it is. I believe the anime didn't get to complete the whole story, so I'm curious to see how the manga ends. Another series that I'm collecting is Bakuman. This is written by Tsugumi Oba and illustrated by Takeshi Obata. They did Death Note. I think whenever these two guys work together, they just make amazing work. This story is about 2 middle school kids wanting to be mangakas when they grow up. So you get to see all the hard work that they do. You get to see how the industry works, the manga industry works. You get to see what life of a mangaka is like. Pretty interesting, pretty inspired series. One of my favorites so far. I don't really know anything about this series. This series is called Fire Force. The only reason I got it is because I got 17 volumes for like $50. And I thought, why not? I know it has an anime, so at least it was still good enough to make it into an anime. I'm looking forward to reading it, and I'll probably make a video of what I think in the future. But I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have bought it new, but I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'm hoping that it's a very good series. This is another series that it's kind of old. I watched the anime. It was great. I don't think many of you guys have seen this series, but it's kind of like a sports anime, but it's about this board game called Go. And don't worry, you don't really have to be interested in the game to get into it. It's kind of like a sports series. It's about the challenges that the characters go through, them growing, becoming better. It's great. The story and the ending is amazing. You will be satisfied. This is one of the top series, and it's illustrated by Takeshi Obata, which is the illustrator for Bakuman and Death Note. I think this is the series that actually made him popular. So I'm a big fan of this guy. I have a lot. I'll probably try to collect most of his works, but he's been working with good people in creating great series. All right, this is my pile of kind of random volumes. I'll show you some of the ones I have. I remember watching the anime. I thought I liked the anime a lot. So I'm gonna give the manga a chance. I think it has a different ending. I think it's a complete different story. So looking forward to it. I don't think I'll be able to find the single volumes. I think this is somewhat rare, so I'm probably gonna have to buy the omnibus release. But it seemed a little bit rare. I thought I might as well go get it. I mean, it's nice to have some rare volumes in your collection, so why not? Alright, I only have one volume of Slam Dunk. I watched the whole anime when I was a little kid. It was one of my favorites. Let me just say this. I was watching this along with Dragon Ball, and as a little kid, it was just as good. Now I'm not saying that either one is better than the other one, but anything that this guy makes, Takehiko Inoue, is just gonna be great. And this is the only work that I've read of him or watched. So unfortunately, this is an old series, so it's gonna be hard to find the volumes. So I'm just gonna have to take my time collecting them. He also wrote this series, Vagabond. I think the single volumes are also kind of rare. I'm probably gonna have to get the omnibus release, but I figure I might as well go get it. They were used, cheap, and somewhat of a rare volume. Probably not, but I like to think it is. So this is why I got them. I want to read the whole series, but I have to wait till I get volume 1 somehow. Okay, another short story. Only 2 volumes. 1 omnibus release. Based off the novel by the same name, All You Need Is Kill. The novel also got a Hollywood movie, Edge of Tomorrow, I think, with Tom Cruise in it. Great story. I don't want to say too much about it, but short, great story. This is illustrated by Takeshi Obata, who did Death Note again. As I said, everything that he makes is really good, or whoever he works with is great. So this is why I got it, and it did not disappoint. If you don't want to spend too much money and get something short and sweet, this is it. You know, I heard good things about Ice Shield 21. By looking at this cover, I was just convinced I gotta get it. I don't like American football, but I do love my sports anime, sports manga. The artwork seemed very familiar, but I researched this name, and this is the guy that's illustrating One Punch Man, I believe. So no wonder. So now I'm more eager to collect the series or at least read it or watch the anime because I like his artwork for One Punch Man, and he's kind of like Takeshi Obata. He's more of an illustrator rather than a writer. So the thing about them is, since they don't have to think a lot about the story, they get to advance in illustrating the work, and it looks great. I really like his artwork. 5 centimeters per second. The movie is very popular. I don't want to take away anything from it. I got a little bit bored, personally. The manga, I don't remember if I read it all, but it's not my cup of tea. I think it's because I think this is a manga adaptation of the movie, and I'm not a big fan of manga adaptations of anime. I just don't see the point of it. Perhaps I'm wrong, but I'm probably gonna try to sell this because I just wasn't a big fan. I like the ending of the movie. It was just very impacting. The ending that's what made the movie worth it. But I don't know. I'll probably try to read it one more time, see if maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's really good. Who knows? Now, I'm not a fan of shoujo manga. I'm not. But the reason I wasn't exposed to this is because my sisters were watching the anime. And I pretty much got an idea of the whole plot. It has a great plot twist that I was not expecting out of a shoujo manga. So I have a lot of respect for the story in the series. This is why I got the first 2 volumes. I'm going to try to read them. See if I like it. If not, I'll try to sell it. But if I have to read a shoujo manga, this will probably be it. Respect. Alright, I don't know anything about this series, but it seemed interesting. As I was recording this, I made the mistake of opening the pages. And I shouldn't have done that. They have some stuff that it's not for kids. Probably try to read the first volume and decide if I want to continue reading it or not. But it was used, cheap. Look at how thick this omnibus version is. So I'll try to read it. There's another series that I know nothing about, and I don't know why I got 3 of the same volume, but they were so cheap that I was like, hey, let me go ahead and get them, and since they're so cheap, maybe I can resell them and make a little bit of money. That way I can recuperate some of the money that I'm spending on buying manga. They were single volumes. I assume maybe they were a little bit rare. They're in such great shape, but maybe they're not, but we'll see. I'll try to find the volume 1, or at least the omnibus version, so I can read it at some point in my life. I'm not in any hurry to read the last 2 series that I'll show you. Alright guys, that was my collection so far. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like some of the series, and if you don't, let me know why. Please don't spoil anything. I really like watching other people's videos about their series, what they collected, what they think of it. So I figure I might as well do one. Hopefully you've enjoyed what I had to say about it. Either way, thank you for watching. See ya.